Hello, thank you so much for coming to the real course today. The course is on personal training, taking steps towards a more vibrant you. So we'll get started. My name is Alisha Van Epps, and with me is Madye Martin. Madye will give some background information on herself to start.
Hello everyone, like Alisha said, my name is Madye Martin. I graduated from Grand Valley State University with a degree in exercise science, and I've been a personal trainer for about 2 years now. And my goal is just to walk alongside you on your fitness journey, providing any help, guidance, or any information to help you be successful.
And like I said, I am Alisha. I studied at Grand Valley State University, where I studied exercise science as well as public health. As a personal trainer, I really just like to share my enthusiasm for wellness, encourage an active lifestyle, and just guide clients through their personal journey to reach their fitness goals.
Alrighty. So today's definition of, one more slide. And there we go. Okay, today's definition of wellness includes an individual's mind, body, spirit, and social interaction. Holland Home's Vibrant Living model addresses these through 5 key areas of health: spiritual fulfillment, intellectual discovery, emotional well-being, social engagement, and physical wellness. Our Vibrant Living model offers a range of opportunities to meet the many different needs, backgrounds, styles, and preferences of the residents. This gives each resident the ability to find fulfillment in the activities that interest them most.
So some wellness programs choose to focus on 3 components, others focus on 10 components. But at Holland Home, like Madye said, we focus on these 5 areas. You'll notice that the spiritual fulfillment is at the core, and it's a little bit larger. That petal's the biggest. We've chosen to put an extra emphasis on this component as we believe it informs the other 4 components and really runs as a thread through them all. I'm sure you know that Holland Home's mission is to fulfill God's calling to serve others by serving with love and compassion, committing to excellence, and following Christ's teachings and example in all we do. So this mission really beats at the heart of the organization and therefore is at the heart of the Vibrant Living model. To us, serving others goes beyond providing a continuum of care. It involves creating a vibrant living environment to help those who live here thrive. So our Vibrant Living model offers a range of opportunities, really trying to meet everybody's needs, interests, and preferences. Just really hoping to give residents the opportunity to find fulfillment in the activities that interest them.
Okay, so we're going to talk about physical wellness first. Physical wellness enables residents to go through their day-to-day activities and maintain a better quality of life. There is strong evidence that regular physical activity produces major benefits in older adults, such as less fatigue throughout the day, improvement in balance, and a lower risk of falling, heart disease, stroke, and cancer, as well as memory loss. So in an effort to continually improve our Vibrant Living offerings, we are reintroducing personal training as a new physical wellness option for our residents.
So maybe going back one slide, Personal training is a service that's focused on helping people enhance fitness and modify risk factors for disease to improve health. So the goal of a personal trainer is to empower individuals to begin and to adhere to exercise programs. The popularity of personal training has really grown rapidly in the U.S. In the worldwide survey of fitness trends for 2021, personal training was ranked in the top 10. So it continues to be a trend as the profession becomes more accessible. So you could do personal training online, in a fitness center, in your home. And since the survey was first published in 2006, personal training has been a top 10 trend that entire time. Madye and I really want our clients to enjoy their exercise program. With sedentary lifestyles kind of becoming the norm, people's experiences with physical activity really has to be enjoyable if they're going to continue with that behavior.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about mental health and exercise. While we exercise, blood flow increases, and this leads to the brain getting more oxygen and nutrients, and it releases feel-good endorphins, which can affect cognitive function. With all this taking place in the brain, studies show that you can see a delay or prevention in cognitive impairments and improved sleep. As we age, depression and anxiety disorders increase. Physical activity has been shown to be beneficial in preventing these disorders, due in part to that increase in endorphins. Physical activity provides a mechanism to have regular social interaction. So overall, exercise is a great avenue for meeting new people, getting out and just seeing faces throughout the day.
So Madye talked about some of the mental benefits, and I'm going to share just some of the other health benefits. I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of these. So health benefits of regular physical activity: it can help prevent falls, lower our risk of heart disease, improve our cognitive function. The list just goes on. And it's really important to a healthy life. In contrast, a sedentary lifestyle is associated with numerous health-related problems like obesity, diabetes, some types of cancer, and depression. So for older adults, physical activity can prolong our ability to live independently. Health experts say that older adults should be active every day to maintain their health. Being physically active can help us to continue to do the things that we enjoy. So for example, doing endurance activities, that can help us push the grandkids on the swings or maybe just vacuum our apartment. Strength training can help maintain the ability to carry a full laundry basket or maybe our small grandchildren. Flexibility exercise can make it possible for us to make the bed or tie our shoes. And then balance exercise can help us stand up on our tiptoes, maybe to reach something up on a high shelf. Can help us walk up and down the stairs or maybe even on an uneven sidewalk or just uneven surface.
Okay, moving on, we're going to talk about our certification. So Alisha and I both are ACE certified personal trainers. ACE stands for American Council on Exercise. So this basically means that we have proven to be competent in applying knowledge to make safe and effective exercise programs while minimizing client risk and harm.
So what can Madye and I do for you? What can certified personal trainers do for you? So when you partner with Madye or I, you're making a commitment to improve your personal well-being and quality of life. So some of the benefits are getting a personalized exercise program, having workout variations, and then that accountability piece. In addition to that, we conduct health history interviews, stratify risk for heart disease, help set fitness goals, developing exercise programs that are safe. We help with form and technique guidance, educate on fitness and health-related topics, and really just trying to support your path to a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, on to our training model. So exercise programs should follow a progression that reestablishes proper function, then improves health, then develops and advances fitness, and finally enhances performance. Each client will have different needs based on their health, fitness, and goals, so each person will start at a different spot on the continuum. The first component of this continuum, which includes individuals who need to focus on improving functional activities related to daily living, and this may include activities such as mobility and balance training. Exercise for improved health serves as a critical element for every exercise program, and this might involve cardio fitness to improve blood pressure or cholesterol. The fitness component is focused on building strength and endurance, and then finally the performance is related to athletic or sports-oriented goals, and not everyone's goals will align with reaching this spot on the continuum. But a really important part of personal training is making sure that we have open communication between the personal trainer and the client, so we both know where you are on the continuum and where you would like to end up.
So looking at strength training, beyond the age of 50, there's a tendency for us to lose muscle mass. So one important type of exercise is strength training. This is any type of exercise that's designed to support muscle mass, muscle strength, and balance. So this could be performed against our own body weight, or we could use dumbbells, we could use resistance band, or equipment in the fitness centers.
Okay, so there are a lot of misconceptions about strength training. Some think that it's bad for older adults, but actually when done correctly, it's quite the opposite. So it doesn't matter if you're 50 or 80 years old, strength training can help in a variety of ways. Just to list a few, it can maintain your independence, improve your quality of life, strengthen and preserve your muscle tissue, strengthen your bones, and as you can see, the list goes on and on. So if done correctly, strength training can have a very positive impact on your health in more ways than just getting stronger.
So one question that Madye and I get from time to time, is strength training a good idea at my age? And really, strength training is critical as we get older. Adults lose 4 to 6 pounds of muscle tissue each decade, which means a significant loss of body strength and a lower resting metabolism. Older adults who undergo a structured strength training program have shown to regain lost muscle mass, increase their strength, metabolism, bone density, and balance, and just improved their overall quality of life. One study that really focused on the personal training piece compared two groups. So one group had a personal trainer, and then another group of older adults was self-directed. They weren't really monitored. So in both cases, the group that had the personal trainer, they saw significant gains in strength. So that was just one study that was trying to prove whether or not personal training was effective, and what they found in the study was that the group who had a personal trainer saw greater gains in strength.
And then going off of what Alisha was saying, you see here on the slide an example of a study that looked at muscular strength related, or how it reduced stiffness in the aorta, which is the major artery carrying blood from the heart to the rest of the body, which can reduce the risk of death from cardiovascular events. And this is independent of current aerobic fitness levels. So this just provides a look at a couple of the several ways the body reacts to to strength training, aside from the more commonly known muscular benefits.
So when you leave here today, we hope you take some tips that you can use whether or not you pursue personal training. So one of the things we wanted to share are the strength training guidelines. So it's recommended that at least twice a week we perform muscle strengthening activities to maintain or increase our muscular strength and endurance. So like we've been talking about, the strength training exercises use our major muscle groups. And then something to note, that if you were doing this on your own, it's recommended that we do them on non-consecutive days. So we have at least a day for our muscles to recover in between. So it's recommended that if you were to do this on your own in the fitness center or maybe right in your home, that you do about 8 to 10 different strength training exercises, and then you do about 10 to 15 repetitions. Those are just the general guidelines.
And now on to the aerobic guidelines. These say that you should get moderate intensity aerobic physical activity for a minimum of 30 minutes, 5 days each week. Or you can do vigorous intensity aerobic activity for a minimum of 20 minutes, 3 days each week. Or you can do a combination of both. This is based on a 10-point scale, where sitting would be at a 1, and then 10 is all-out effort. So moderate is about a 5 to 6, and vigorous is about a 7 to 8.
So you may have heard that there's a dose-response relationship between physical activity and health. So older adults who want to further improve their personal fitness, maybe reduce their risk for chronic disease, or prevent unhealthy weight gain, will likely benefit from exceeding those minimum recommended amounts of physical activity.
The flexibility guidelines say in order to maintain the flexibility necessary for regular physical activity and daily life, older adults should perform activities that help maintain or increase flexibility at least twice each week for at least 10 minutes each day. Flexibility is something that's often overlooked or forgotten about in our exercise routines. A personal trainer would be able to help implement those guidelines into your routine.
So the last component is balance. So older adults should perform exercises that maintain or improve balance. So this might look like attending a balance class. It might look like watching Facebook Live videos. If you go to Holland Home's Facebook page, there are a number of balance videos that you could do right in your home. You could also go to the fitness center and use some machines that really increase your lower body strength.
Okay, so if you are thinking that you haven't exercised, why would I want to start now? I'm going to talk a little bit about a few reasons why you should start right now. Regular cardiovascular exercise, such as brisk walking, bicycling, or swimming, boosts energy and endurance. It also helps control blood sugar and cholesterol levels and works as a natural mood elevator. Strength exercise, such as weightlifting or band exercises, helps preserve muscle tissue and bone health. It'll help you stay strong so you can go about your normal daily activities. And finally, if we can decrease sedentary behavior and increase exercise, we're lowering the risk of developing health conditions like diabetes and heart disease, no matter what age we are.
Another question that we get sometimes in the fitness center is, I'm not overweight, do I really need to exercise? And even if your weight is in a healthy range, regular exercise is key to maintaining good health and to reduce health risks. One study showed that physically fit, overweight individuals had significantly lower health risks than thin, sedentary individuals. So these low levels of physical activity are strongly correlated with heart disease, which is the leading cause of death in the US. Lack of physical activity is also associated with type 2 diabetes, some cancers, bone and muscle problems, and a decreased life expectancy.
Okay, how many times a week would I meet with a personal trainer? Just like the program itself, how many times you meet with a trainer is a very individualized decision, and it depends on a variety of factors like your fitness goals or your motivation levels. And keep in mind that the ultimate goal of a quality personal trainer is to promote self-efficacy within the client, enabling them to take ownership of their exercise experience. Our intention for you is to eventually feel comfortable taking what you've learned from your time with us and being able to make it your own.
So if you're thinking, I might be interested in personal training, what can I expect? So the process starts with a complimentary consultation. So you would have the opportunity to sit down with Madye or I, and we would really give you a clear picture of what personal training looks like. So really dive deep into that conversation. If it's something that sounds like it might be a good fit for you and for your goals, we would then talk about your health history, talk about your exercise history, and work together to establish some goals for the program. From there, you could schedule sessions. Like Madye says, it's totally tailored to you. So some clients meet 3 times a week, some clients meet once a week, some clients meet once a month. It's really tailored toward you and how we can support you to achieve your fitness goals. And Madye and I will develop an exercise program specifically for you based on those goals. During the actual sessions, we'll teach correct exercise methods and progressions through demonstration, explanation, and proper cueing techniques. And like we mentioned earlier, we could meet in the fitness center, we could meet right in your home.
Okay, so why should I invest in personal training? Who wouldn't want a little extra motivation? It's so true that most of us work harder in the presence of others. Having a trainer by your side can provide the encouragement, energy, and motivation you need to jumpstart your routine. And that accountability factor might look like knowing that your trainer is waiting for you down at the fitness center. You might be less likely to skip your workout that day. But a trainer can also help you set goals, create a plan to accomplish them, and celebrate the day you reach them. So it's really having someone to walk alongside you on that fitness journey.
Similar to what Madye was saying is that consistency factor. So maybe you find it challenging to stick with a program or stick with a habit. A trainer can help hold you accountable and maybe help overcome some of the excuses we've made to avoid that commitment to exercise. So just looking at some of the research around this, of those who adopt an exercise program, it's estimated that 50% will discontinue it within the first 6 months. So this is just saying how important exercise adherence is. Some studies have attempted to measure the effectiveness of personal training in this area. One study compared the effects of small group personal training to a control group, again with minimal supervision, and determined that those assigned a personal trainer had better adherence to their exercise program.
Okay, confidence is a huge factor that goes along with personal training. The gym can be intimidating. I think a lot of people feel that way. So working with a trainer allows you to become confident with how to perform exercises, use machines, and navigate the facility. After a few sessions, you'll feel ready to tackle the weight room on your own. Having that stronger self-confidence and self-efficacy will help you stick with your exercise program over the long run. Like Alisha said, it's so important to have that consistency.
The next piece is safety. So Madye and I's top priority is safety. Madye or I would teach proper mechanics of each exercise in the program and ensure that you're performing each with correct form and thus maximizing the efficiency of your workouts.
Okay, for individual attention, when it comes to fitness, everyone is different. We consider all of those differences like your unique experience, goals, fitness levels, and likes and dislikes, and those guide us as we create a plan that's specific to you. With a program that fits you, you're more likely to maintain that habit.
All right, so looking at the scope of practice, personal trainers don't do some things that maybe a doctor or a physical therapist do. So personal trainers don't diagnose, they won't give you a diet, treat an injury or disease, rehabilitate, counsel, or work with patients. Instead, what personal trainers do is design exercise programs, provide general information on healthy eating, use exercise to improve overall health. We coach and work with clients.
An example of scope of practice: if a client wants to lose weight by trying the latest commercial diet, it would not be within our scope of practice to help that client implement the diet, but it would be within our scope of practice to help the client make more healthful choices using dietary guidelines and tools.
And then just one other example. So maybe you have tight IT bands. The personal trainer would not be able to give you a deep tissue massage like other medical professionals, but what we could do is teach you self-myofascial release techniques for the IT bands using a foam roller. So teach you different ways how you can use a foam roller.
Okay, we've provided here on this slide the cost. So like Alisha mentioned, there is a first complimentary consultation. From there, it's $30 for a 30-minute session, $50 for a 60-minute session, $20 for a small group 30-minute session, and $35 for a small group 60-minute session. And these charges are applied to your monthly bill.
So we're just excited to help encourage you to get moving or to continue moving, whether that's with personal training, with Madye or I, or however that looks like to you. Maybe that's continuing with group fitness classes, continuing your routine in the fitness center. We just want to support you on your journey to wellness, however that looks.
Yes, there really is no better time than right now to start your more vibrant life. Contact Alisha or myself, and we would love to contact you or to communicate with you, get something in place to help you start your fitness journey. We're going to put our contact information up on the next slide for you.
And then, does anyone have any questions? It could be general questions about the National Exercise Guidelines. It could be a question more specific to personal training. And Madye and I will be here after if you do have any questions that you'd like to talk with us one-on-one about. But thank you so much for coming to the real course this afternoon.